As much as people like to sort of poo-poo on Facebook, which I know Facebook is a huge waste of time for a lot of people, and it is for me in certain cases, but it does have one nice feature. It tells you about things that have happened over the years. I was just reminded of this the other day. On March 23rd, 2018, I got my first 3D printer. I would say I've gone down the rabbit hole a little bit since then. Greetings, Dave here, DCP Effects. It's funny when these things, they pop up into your life. It's like, so in 5 years, I have gone a little bit nuts. I started off with this, and that was my first post about this. And then it turned into this, and this workhorse is still one of my main printers. But the thing is, now I have this, and that's not all of them. Now, a lot of these were printers that were given to me to review, and they said, review it, thank you, enjoy it. And, you know, looking back in hindsight, I wish I kept some of the other ones. I just sent them back because I figured I didn't need a huge amount of printers in my place. So I sent them back, and I guess I sold them as used. But I've had, you know, medium format resin printers. I've had all these cool things that I wish I kept around. But even then, you know, I've got cool things like my tricorder. I've got my pad. I always love looking at this. Look at like that. Look at that shine on that. That's a 3D print. My boomerang phaser and my hyperspray. I'll just put these down. So the funny thing about all this is that 5 years ago, I thought this would be something fun to try. Because, you know, I've made props. I've made props since I was on Ranger Board 2005. I've made a lot of props. I've made things since I was a kid. Lego props and other things. Like I think I told a story about it once. I took an old compass and turned it into a Voyager Omni, sort of. Wasn't very good. But I was also, what, 12? So I've liked making things. I've always enjoyed making things. And then for a while there I got into designing things. So I was using SketchUp, and now I'm a Fusion 360 guy, and I'm doing things like that, and I'm making other things. But in this whole, I guess, as I say, the rabbit hole. I had a friend just said, I've got a printer, now what? And I said, welcome down the rabbit hole you go. I never thought when I started doing that, and I started doing all this, I'd be known as a 3D printer reviewer. My view on the Viper is still 18,000 views from what I'm hearing. It's one of the reviews for the Viper out there. And other things I talk about, my Gridfinity video, just talking about doing the Gridfinity base plates, still gets, I would say 50 to 100 views every 2 days. You know, I'm at like 600 or more per month of that. Same thing with the one I talked about, the parametric nature of it, when I, you know, showing off how you can take this, make it that, and it's really easy to do that as well. So it's just funny how these things come together, because like I say, I never thought I would be known as a 3D printer reviewer. Well, also as a prop maker. That's come down from a lot of people. Even my friend Larry just said, you know, in other things in Serious Star Trek, I knew he's a kick-ass prop maker. I didn't realize he was this as well. So it's funny how these things come together, and you know, it doesn't seem like it's been 5 years. So it's interesting. I'm looking forward to see where things go from here. These printers are really good, you know. Are they going to get faster? Are they going to get be able to increase the resolution, which I don't think you can on an FDM printer. But there's all these fun things are coming, but I still get a kick out of the fact that my first printer, my CR10S, is still going strong, still printing up a whole bunch of stuff for me. And what have I done? I printed a Fang for the cooling head, and I've changed the glass a couple times with some mirrors. That's it. Required almost no, change the extruder gear. I changed the extruder gear after 4 years. So you got to figure something's going right. So that is just some thoughts coming off my head today, just because I see these things come through and say, yeah, 5 years ago you did this. It's like 5 years, like in 5 years, my daughter has gone through university and completed. My son is halfway through. I'm 5 years further into my business. I'm out of Rotary. There's so many things that have happened in the last 5 years, and just that's sort of been a constant. And even that people come to me, someone I had met through, the old Deck 7 group said, can you print me some things? Yeah, no problem. And he says, yeah, I may have a Sword of Darkness for you. I may have this. I may have this. This is amazing. You're very quick and got everything out. Thank you very much. So in the end, 3D printing, enjoying it, having a lot of fun with it. And, the challenges are the challenges. But, as someone who fixes things for a living, it's the challenges are fun. So that's my video for today. That's just some ruminations on my 3D printing life now that I'm 5 years in. So I hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you all.